Welcome to the Insider Texas Tech Hoops Report. I'm Jared Johnson. I'm joined by the mighty Joe Yeager. Mighty Joe, man, how you doing?
Doing great, man. It's a fantastic and very interesting season so far, and I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's what I want to open with. I mean, you've been covering Tech hoops for over a decade now. Been following them since like you could walk or something like that. How does this season so far? Tech's 14-2, 3-1 start in the Big 12. How does this season compare to some of your favorite seasons?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely, I would say, the best start. Objectively speaking, for any season other than the 96 season, 95, 96, Sweet 16, obviously, when they went basically, they lost one game the entire regular season before the NCAA tournament lost to Georgetown. So you're not going to be able to equal that in terms of winning percentage or anything like that. But, I mean, it's the same sort of deal. I mean, Texas Tech in the top 10, beating Kansas on the road, blowout win over Baylor here at home, and then destroying Northwestern, which at the time was ranked by 36 points. They served notice at that point that this team had something going on. Obviously this is a pretty darn good basketball team, and the season right now is looking similar to that Sweet 16 type of a deal.
We're here at the USA. Obviously, Tech has a big game coming up against number 2 West Virginia. I don't want to beat around the bush. Let's get to it. What do you think happens in this game, and what's going to be the key for the Red Raiders?
Yeah, it's going to be an extremely physical game. It's going to be a very, very intense game. I'm hoping that this place is going to be packed to the rafters with fans, and it may be. It's going to be close anyway, I think. But yeah, it's West Virginia, obviously a full court press team. They get after you. They try to intimidate you a little bit. I mean, that's kind of Bob Huggins' style a little bit, and it works. I mean, they try to get in your head. Tech has got to maintain their composure. A lot of times with West Virginia, they will land a huge blow early on people, create turnovers, and get a bunch of, just a lightning burst of turnovers, and before you know, you're down double digits or more. And I mean, you can lose a game to West Virginia in the first 4 or 5 minutes, easy. So Tech has obviously got to come out ready to play. They've got to be able to handle that pressure early. And then if they settle in and don't have too many problems at that point, I think Tech's odds are very good to win this basketball game. I think Tech matches up pretty well with West Virginia. I don't think there's anybody on West Virginia's roster who really scares me from an offensive standpoint. Javon Carter, don't get me wrong, he's a pretty good guy. He can score, he can take it to the hoop, he can shoot it from outside. They got a guy named Teddy Allen, a freshman who has zero athleticism whatsoever. But I tell you, the guy, when he gets the ball, he's doing one thing. He's going to the rim or he's shooting it. That's it. There's no passing or anything like that. Forget about it. It comes to him, the ball's going up one way or another. But the guy manages to score. He's got a knack for putting the ball in the hoop. They got another guy named Bolden, who's a really good outside shooter. Those are your 3 guys on offense that you kind of have to look for West Virginia. But the thing about them is that they're all streaky guys. They're not consistent. I mean, you're never going to see, hopefully, all 3 of those guys really coming together.
Just jinx it, Joe.
Yeah, I hope not. But you don't. I mean, usually it's 1 or 2 of those guys, and I just don't think there's anything really consistently strong about West Virginia's offense that's going to frighten me too much about that. So I think Tech's defense, and Tech is a great defensive team, is going to have some success against West Virginia in that regard, and I think that'll probably make the difference. And when you add in the home court advantage, I think Tech will come out on top in this one.
Wow. So you think number 8, Texas Tech's going to bounce back from that loss in Norman and beat West Virginia Saturday? Number 2 West Virginia on Saturday? Yeah, I do. Last time Tech beat the number 2 team in Lubbock, I believe, I'm correct in this, was SMU. Oh, wow.
Back in 1982, I think it was, or maybe
John Koncak?
Yeah, a little bit later than that. John Koncak was on that team, and a Tech guy by the name of Tony Benford, who is, I don't know if he's still the head coach at North Texas or not, but he has been in the past, hit a little baseline jumper to win that game. And if SMU had won that game, they were going to be the number 1 team in the country, because Georgetown, which had been number 1, lost earlier in the day. So there was a number 1 ranking at stake in that game. and Tech won that one, and I think they'll beat number 2 again.
All right, Coach Beard mentioned in his press conference on Thursday that basically Zach Smith doesn't sound like he's going to play Saturday, but that Justin Gray might. Assuming that Gray is able to go but is limited and Zach doesn't get to go, how much does that affect the game on Saturday?
Well, you know, I mean, really what it comes down to is Tech's rotation, Beard's rotation obviously is going to be tightened up quite a bit. I mean, I'm not expecting Zach to play. I mean, the guy was in a boot, you know. I mean, at this point, who knows? But that doesn't sound very good. And then with Justin, I would, just from what I'm hearing, I'm saying maybe spot minutes. You're probably not going to be able to count on him to give you 20 minutes of hard basketball, all right? So you kind of take those guys out of the equation. And, all right, the thing is, though, Tech is a very deep basketball team.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where that depth really comes in. I mean, they've been playing 10 guys, quality minutes the entire season, basically. So you're down to an 8-man rotation. Not a big deal. I mean, sometimes teams actually come together and play better when they have a tightened up rotation. Guys get into a better rhythm because they're not subbing so much. They get to play together with teammates longer stretches of time, so they can kind of get a feel and get a rhythm. You know, this could actually, in an odd way, work to Tech's advantage a little bit. We'll just have to see how it plays out, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem.
All right, Monty Joe, great stuff from you as always. Can't wait to see how the game shakes out. 1 p.m. here at the USA. Number 8 Texas Tech hosts number 2 West Virginia. Should be a great one. If you don't already have your tickets, you're in town, get them if they're still available, if they're even still available. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time.